that week to obviously to get some things to get better in some areas. And with us, it's been a good week for us. Even though I do think we were playing good basketball, because we're only playing really 8 guys in the game, we needed the week to be able to get some guys some rest. We needed the week for some guys to study, to take care of their academics, and so we've tried to break the week up. And the first couple of days we had some days where we got in and got some shots up, and then we started towards the end of this week, started working towards UNC-G. But it's been more early in the week trying to work on ourselves, getting better in some areas that I thought we needed to work on.
Is Jericho back in practice, or what's he got going on?
No, he hasn't practiced. I will see him this morning. I was on the road recruiting yesterday, and I haven't seen him since 2 days ago, but he has not practiced so far.
Does that likely mean he's probably not going to play on Sunday?
I would say, Joe, he's probably really, it'll be, and I say this, it'll probably be a game time decision. I got to make sure, number one, with our doctors and trainers, that he's fully healthy to be able to go. He's got to feel good about it, but I also have to feel good about it. But I haven't seen him practice since the incident happened.
If he can't go, 7-man rotation, or how do you adjust?
Yeah, it's probably going to be a 7-man rotation. We're hoping. The promising thing is Danny Dixon was able to go a couple days ago and was able to give us something in practice. If there's a chance that Jericho don't play, then hopefully we can get some out of Danny, which will give us the ability to play DJ a little bit of the power forward spot.
Did he have a concussion, or is it more just the back and being sore at this point?
He had a low grade early in the week concussion. From what everybody, the trainer and the doctor said, he's passed a couple of the tests for the concussion. As far as his back goes, it was great news. There were no fractures. He had a couple, I would say, compound fractures that were from our injury that he had years ago. But as far as this, we were blessed that he didn't fracture anything in his back.
To play on the court that's, I guess, is going to be the ACC court, is that important? Is that why you schedule a game like that against UNC-G?
Well, it worked out that way, and it's good to have the opportunity to be able to play on that court, because we will play the ACC tournament, and it worked out that way. This was a game. The whole series with UNC-G was basically some games that was scheduled a long time before I got here, but we were able to have this game instead of playing it last year, be able to play it because we were going to play in Greensboro for the ACC tournament.
And they're a program that a lot of people don't realize it's a good program.
Yeah, he's done a good job. When you look at UNC-G, I give those guys a lot of credit. They've stuck with their coach with Wes for years when he first started, and as he's built a program, he's done a tremendous job. They've got great wins over the years. Certainly, this year they've got great wins. When you look at, they went to Georgetown and beat Georgetown, and the Kansas game was a really good game all the way up until the end, and then they've been on the road and won against some really good mid-major teams. But he's done a tremendous job. It's a great game for us because we have a chance to go on the road and play against a very good mid-major team. We'll get a chance to find out a little, what we need to work on, and I like the game. It's a game that will be looked upon as a very good game when it talks about your non-conference games.
Things I might care about for fans.
Yes.
Is that you lost them last time you played.
Yes.
But I think if I've learned anything, is that you guys don't necessarily care about what the fans care about.
Yes.
So tell me what you care about with this one. Is there enough of a layover from that game here in Raleigh 2 years ago?
I want to correct you.
Okay.
I do care about
you care, not the players.
The
though.
players don't.
Okay.
That's right. It's I go back to this, they don't know anything about it. Like, they don't remember the game. I do remember the game, and as you go back and watch the game, you remember more and more about the game. I didn't realize that when we were about to play that Markel Johnson didn't play in the game. You think about those type of games. But to their credit, they came on the road and got a very good road win, and it just shows that what type of team they are. The tables have turned a little bit. Instead of them coming to the PNC and playing us, we've got to go to their place. And it's a good basketball team. They're a team that plays with a lot of confidence. They're a team that has some veteran guys. Dickey's a tremendous shot blocker on the other end, and Isaiah Miller's a very good player overall. And they added some good pieces. They shoot the basketball from 4 different positions. They take a lot of threes, and they do a tremendous job of mixing the defense up with a 1-2-2 press back to a man-to-man and sometimes zone. And so they've done a really good job. And like I said, it's a really good game. It's similar games when you think about their league and how it's become better with East Tennessee State and Furman and Wofford and those guys. And so we're excited about it.
Did you ever play them when you were at Wilmington?
I did. I want to say, and don't quote me on this, I think that was my first Division I win as a head coach. We played at Greensboro. And don't give him that to say Coach Keatts said because that was his first win at Greensboro, but I think it was. We did. I think it was my first year. I want to say maybe our 3rd or 4th game. I'm sure you guys will fact check that and find out. But like I said, I give West credit. It's a program that's on the rise. They remind me a lot of my Wilmington teams, though you may not be as talented as some of the bigger boys, but because you got confidence, you got some older guys, you believe that you're going to win every game.
How different are they without Caleb Hunter?
I think he changes them a little bit, but it's tough because what they've done is they've inserted some shooters into there, and I don't think they changed what they do. In some respects, they may be a little bit more dangerous, even though he's played well. But he's more of a guy that can do a little bit of everything. They've added another shooter to the bunch, and so what makes those guys tough is their belief and their ability to shoot the basketball, and they're never out of it. And then they have a style of play on the defensive end that will keep them in the game. They slow you down with their press, and so they only have to defend you for 17 to 20 seconds. And if you get a little careless with the ball, they'll get steals off of it.
And maybe it was already asked, but what did you kind of learn from watching them against Georgetown if you did watch that game?
Well, I learned that Georgetown has to take care of the basketball. I thought it was a good game for Georgetown, and I thought they did a tremendous job early in the game securing the basketball. But as the game went along, I thought the guards tried to dribble through the press, and certainly they committed some turnovers.
Kevin, obviously everybody has exam weeks and finals and everything like that. But what is your approach to, obviously kids got to take care of their academics, but still holding them accountable for what they do on the court?
I think, as I said earlier, you got to break the week up. It's almost like when you get to the middle of the week, you got to kind of simulate like that you're having a game, like if there was a game week. We concentrated more on ourselves. We took a day or so off, and then we concentrated on our own selves early in the week. And then as we got to the middle of the week and even to the latter part of it, we started concentrating on UNCG. I look at it because everybody has to take one. It's an opportunity to really work on the things you have to work on. And for us, we had to be careful because you get into a long week without games, you can actually wear your guys down, especially when we don't have that many guys playing. So we wanted to make sure that it was a great balance. We didn't stay in the gym too much, understanding that the priority is academics and study halls and all that other stuff.
Not having any games this week, do you kind of look around in this college basketball world, see how wide open it truly is? Did you get a full appreciation for how there's really like 40 teams that are all about the same?
Well, I think it's college basketball this year. It's I think it's, everybody says it's a little different. I don't look at it as that way. I think it's very similar to the past years. I just think and I know this will never happen, but I think I said this to Corey Alexander and a couple of guys who were doing our games. Because of preseason rankings and early week rankings, it's made basketball look a little bit crazier. If we, as a basketball organization, if we didn't rank teams until late December or January, you wouldn't think that they were all upsets. That'll never happen because obviously polls and TV and early season MTEs, but I don't think anybody knows at the beginning of the year who's the top 10 teams in the country. It has to figure itself out, and that's every year. And I think that's why you see so many teams that are losing that may not obviously be the top teams in the country. But because of the polls, that's what it says.
Do you ever have to tell the players, why not us?
I don't. I'm telling you, every year I coach, things are different. Certainly I do know our guys love social media. They love to read stuff. But we just stay the course. We understand. I haven't to this point put up anybody's record on the board. I haven't even done the ACC record on the board and said where we at and how many losses we got and how many wins we got compared to anybody else. During this stretch right now, I just want our guys to be locked into our next opponent. All right.